In January 1945, a terrible human catastrophe unfolded in East Prussia. Maybe as many as 5 million refugees were on the road attempting to escape from the advancing Red Army. After the war, the Commander-in-Chief of the Navy, Grand Admiral Karl Dönitz, boasted that 2 million people owed their lives to him personally. Rescuing people from the provinces in the eastern part of Germany was a priority, he repeated in many interviews. Many believed him and continue to believe him, including the organization of people who had once lived in East Prussia. However, it's completely untrue. Indeed, it's the reverse of the truth. The proof is in the war diary of the Naval War Staff. On the 22nd of January 1945, Hitler himself agreed to Dönitz's suggestion that the Navy's scarce coal reserves be allocated for military tasks alone, not for the removal of refugees. On the 23rd of January 1945, Dönitz radioed a message to Gdynia in occupied Poland to begin evacuations to ports outside of the Soviet area of operations of wounded military personnel and equipment. Nothing about civilians. Indeed, horses and smashed up vehicles had priority over German people. The aim was to do everything possible to ensure that the surrounded troops could continue fighting in order to maintain control of the eastern Baltic Sea as a training area for new submarines. Dönitz, no less certain of the final victory than his Führer, believed that this miracle weapon would force a return in the naval war against the West, ignoring the fact that it wasn't much use against the Soviet army, which was advancing on land. Thus, in the spring of 1945, all Baltic shipping was subordinated to military objectives. Nonetheless, there were those that ignored orders and allowed civilians to use ships to escape from the advancing Soviets. Terrible tragedies occurred. On the 30th of January 1945, a Soviet submarine torpedoed the Wilhelm Gustloff, in all probability the worst maritime disaster in history. On the 16th of April 1945, the Goya met the same fate, and thousands also drowned in the sinkings of Karlsruhe, Steuben, Mulkefels, and other ships. Now, I've done a number of videos on the evacuation of East Prussia in 1945, which will appear over the next few months. And if you'd like to know more, then please subscribe, ring the notification bell, and you will be informed about when they will be published. But for the moment, all the best from me in Poland.